cryptocurrency market witnessed a surge in XRP activity as Ripple Labs and the Securities and Exchange Commission reached a new procedural agreement in their ongoing legal battle. The price of the digital asset rose 11.5% to $2.82 AUMED, heightened market activity. In a mutual agreement submitted to the court, defense lawyer James K. Fallon said the parties decided to employ a postponed appendix tactic for their cross appeals. By allowing the parties to collect relevant papers after filing their original pleadings, this procedural technique speeds up the appeals process. The SEC has until tomorrow to file its opening brief in the appeal of the previous year's ruling. Of the $2 billion that the SEC had originally sought, Ripple was sentenced to pay $125 million in settlement fees in 2023. This next brief will outline the regulator's arguments against that ruling. Trading data indicates that the market is quite busy, with a 24-hour volume of about $11.5 billion. CoinGlass reports that there was a 21% spike in open interest and $14 million in liquidations. Short sellers were subjected to further pressure, which resulted in the closure of $10 million worth of negative wagers. The number of whales has increased noticeably. Since mid-November 2024, investors who held 1 to 10 million XRP tokens have seen a 37% growth in their holdings. The total amount of XRP that was exchanged during this accumulation phase was about $3.8 billion. In a similar case, Senior District Judge Phyllis J. Hamilton granted a motion to protect confidential information. In the distinct lawsuit against Ripple Labs, 8 documents pertaining to Ripple and CEO Brad Garlinghouse's move for summary judgment were allowed to be sealed by the judge. Legal experts have explored the ramifications of the latest filing. One observer, Derry, clarified that under the deferred appendix arrangement, the parties will submit a single combined appendix that simply includes the information mentioned in their briefs. This approach maintains the appeals process's organization. Bill Morgan, a lawyer who watched the case, noticed that the market reacted well to the approaching SEC brief deadline. Despite the fact that the brief's contents are yet unclear, investors appear to be in a positive mood throughout the case. Banking giant JP Morgan added a new dimension to the XRP tale by speculating about the possibility of an XRP ETF clearance in 2025. They estimate that the first year's inflows might reach $8 billion if such a product is launched. The XRP ledger's transaction capabilities are the reason why financial institutions are still interested in it. This technical adoption proceeds despite the continuing legal processes, even if regulatory clarity may influence future implementation decisions. Market measures indicate strong purchasing momentum. The $10 million in short position liquidations highlights the risks that traders who bet against a price increase face. These forced closures most likely contributed to the higher price movement. In the latest move in the continuing legal battle between Ripple Labs and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, defense attorney James K. Fallon said on Wednesday that the parties had submitted a stipulation. The attorney noted that a stipulation had been provided by both parties and that they had agreed to file a postponed appendix. In light of this news, the price of XRP has risen 11.52%, and bulls are now targeting a breakout over $3. Defense attorney James K. Fallon provided the most recent details on the ongoing XRP lawsuit and cross-appeals in the timeline for the case, declaring that 21 days following the filing of the appellee's opening brief, the parties have agreed to submit a deferred appendix for the cross-appeals. Additionally, attorney James Fallon has confirmed that the deadline for the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, to submit its opening brief is tomorrow. This means that parties will later file a single combined appendix that solely contains the information cited in the briefs according to the formal filing document. In reaction to this filing, Sherry, who closely monitors the case, stated, "The briefs that have not yet been submitted are unaffected by this." Since the start of 2025, there have been several noteworthy developments in another Ripple scenario. Last Thursday, Senior District Judge Phyllis Hamilton granted the defendant's request to have confidential records in the Ripple Labs case sealed from public access. 8 pieces of evidence were sealed by Ripple and its CEO, Brad Garlinghouse, as part of their application for summary judgment in the ongoing XRP dispute. The court decided last year in 2023, while watching the SEC's opening brief, that Ripple must pay the U.S. SEC $125 million in settlement penalties, which is a lot less than the $2 billion the incoming SEC leaders are still free to settle. Notwithstanding this, nothing has changed. The SEC lawsuit, which started in late 2020, will now begin its fifth year, nevertheless, as a result of the filing. Even though District Court Judge Annalisa Torres has already issued a decision in the case, the SEC's choice to appeal means it is still pending, and even mandated that Ripple pay a civil penalty of $125 million for selling XRP to institutions. Everyone is now anticipating whether the matter will be settled by Paul Atkins, the incoming chairman of the SEC. Many believe that under Atkins' leadership and under a Donald Trump administration, the SEC will be more receptive to the cryptocurrency business. Atkins is regarded as pro-crypto. The value of XRP has risen by around 10% in just one day. There is still a pending SEC case against Ripple. However, the cryptocurrency XRP jumped by almost 10% to $2.06 today. The strong performance was a result of the market's overall recovery, which saw Bitcoin increase 5% and reach $96,000 once more. The market's overall reversal in losses can be attributed to a number of factors, including speculation that Trump might not pursue trade penalties as vigorously as he had planned. The introduction of a more pragmatic approach to trade tariffs has lowered fears of potential inflation and reignited interest in riskier assets such as cryptocurrencies. By the deadline of January 15th, the securities regulator will file a brief appealing the court ruling in the XRP case. Investors have been accumulating XRP ahead of the SEC appeals brief, which has raised the price of the token. It is believed that the quick reporting deadline could be a short-term factor influencing XRP's price fluctuation. In reaction to today's XRP increase, Attorney Bill Morgan stated that the market is already reacting positively to the SEC opening brief. Amid the latest news on the Ripple case, the price of XRP is rising. As trade in Ripple's XRP token has increased, the value of XRP, the company's native cryptocurrency, has increased as well. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's latest strategies and litigation plans have drawn criticism from the company's executives. Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, reprimanded SEC Chairman Gary Gensler for adopting a re-goose strategy. Gensler, who will retire on January 20th, is a pivotal figure in the SEC's efforts to regulate the Bitcoin industry.